Hello and welcome to another episode of Untold Stories. Friends, this Wednesday we launched Smarthub Merchant Solution 3.0, which is called the Merchant ka Superpower and is considered to be one of the most comprehensive solutions for merchants, be it small or medium-sized merchants. And it is also for self-employed professionals. And this particular offering is a testament of the one bank vision, where teams have come together and created this product and or solutions in real time. So in this episode, we have with us Ms. Ruby Jain, who heads merchant acquiring at the bank. Along with her is Mr. Pankaj Batla, who heads the merchant acquiring and consumer durable sales part. So welcome to the show, Ruby and Pankaj. And my first question to Ruby is, Ruby, we saw the launch of the event of the offering this Wednesday. But this work has been happening for the last 18 to 24 months, and then it gained impetus in the last 6 8 months of the lockdown. Can you take us through that?
It gained a lot of momentum during lockdown because Rajiv, the simplicity of the app and the fact that the app had multiple form factors to accept. The app accepts QR code, it accepts UPI, it also accepts SMS pay, and hence it is totally contactless. You don't need any bank staff to go to the merchant to make him a merchant. He just needs to download an app and become a merchant himself. Not just that, it was enabling contactless ways of accepting payments. That was the real challenge which came about to us in March 2020. From the lockdown and during the lockdown era is when we decided that we needed to step back and we needed to prepare our solution for the unlocking of the country. I am absolutely proud to say that as a bank and as a team, we came around and we've been able to create during lockdown some of the most needed features which a merchant needs. What were the kind of needs that came about? And what we could do very, very different during the launch was make our app vernacular. So a lot of these dukandars are not really talking in English. And a lot of these people are absolutely simple people. The boys at the shop who collect money and who give the product, they don't talk English. Now our app, we launched it in 9 languages. All of this during the lockdown. That gave birth to a much stronger platform which we are proudly calling as Smarthub 3.0, a fruit seller or a grocer. None of us were going down to the grocer or the fruit seller to even buy the products. The fruit seller could download this app, could just take a photo of the product and attach it with a payment link and send it on a WhatsApp to his entire society where he belonged. Something as simple as that is what we launched on our Smarthub 3.0.
I would like to ask Pankaj as to, given his rich experience, what is the feedback that he gave you, which allowed you to kind of think of such a comprehensive solution?
So we already had that instant QR and UPI live, whereby as soon as you download an app, you get an instant account. The merchant gets an account number, and he is immediately onboarded as a digital merchant, and he can start to accept payments digitally through UPI and QR. And within next 2 3 days, other form factors like SMS pay, whereby the link is sent to the customer, and he can accept the payment through card, right? So this was one of the key feature which the feedback was given to Ruby that we have to enable it. And also a lot of these small merchants to, if they have to compete with larger merchants, they were looking for some kind of a loyalty platform, right? Because these all small merchants, they want some kind of a loyalty platform in case there are some repeat customers coming to them, right? How they can give some kind of consumer offer or discount to them.
I would just like to also add to what Pankaj just said, Rajiv. Sometimes innovation is not about technology. Innovation is about simplicity. Can you make it easy for the merchant to not just have his website, because is time when nobody wants to even pay for the website, but can you make it easy for the merchant to reach out to his customers? This minute simple feedback which came, it was important for a leading bank like ours to take that feedback into account and turn it around very, very quickly. So, while there is this famous thing that elephants can dance, I'm extremely proud to say that as a bank, which we've done very, very often, as a bank, as a team, as a leading team in the bank, we came together very quickly to turn around and make our product simple and relevant to the times of COVID.
Your experience of handling merchant acquiring, how have you seen the merchants, or the small or medium merchants or self-employed professionals in semi-urban and rural areas coming up the digital platform curve? If you can throw some light on that, please.
But I will just tell you something interesting that we've learned in the last 1.5 years. So initially, when we started, when we initially started our Smarthub app journey, right, we came up with a digital kit. So what we did was with every app, we would also send to the merchant a welcome kit with a QR code, and somebody would go and stick the QR code at the merchant counter. We realized that just the sticking of the QR code made the activation on the app much higher, which obviously meant that visibility of a QR code is helping. We topped it up. At that point in time, both Pankaj and me didn't know that it'll become such a big campaign, but we topped it up with a very small incentive, right? Called Daskadam, where we were giving merchant 100 rupee as a cashback if he did digital transaction. And this year, when we were in the middle of festive, we launched something called Tiska Treats. And I'm very happy to share with you that not just are we talking about Tiska Treats, the industry has also recognized that HDFC Bank also creates excitement for its merchants. And we are driving digital through initiatives like Daskadam and Tiska Treats.
So some of the segments like grocery and electronics, because as you know, we have the Smart Hub segment solutions for electronics also, whereby all our credit and debit card customers can take EMIs. So we saw very large numbers of our customers and also merchants enabling EMI on their terminals, right? And because there are also other NBFC players also who are in the market who do basically paper finance. But we have, as a bank, good 35 million customers who are pre-approved for debit and credit card. So we saw affordability also picking up, and merchants also, were getting their terminals enabled for EMI, because that was also helping them upsell their product, right? So I think the overall response was very, very good.
So just one question, Ruby. I mean, at HDFC Bank, we have always believed in raising the bar, right? 3.0 is here, barely I think 18 to 24 months since the first edition or version of Smarthub came. When is 4.0 likely to come?
I'm just not missing my boss anymore. Your question is so leading that my boss is going to love this question much more than me. But Ravindran, you put me in an interesting spot. I think, as like I was saying, the journey has been on, Ravindra, for the last 18 months. Lockdown only made it, expedited our journey. You should see, as a bank and as merchant acquiring team, we are known to have launched a new range of products almost every year. I'm already working with Pankaj on another launch which I see coming in the early next financial year.
Under this Dukandar initiative, when this initiative was rolled out, as a business, we were asked to acquire 1 million merchants in 1 year, right? And, which really came as a shock in one of the meetings. But I think with a close working with the branch teams and with all our channels, very happy to share with you that we were able to achieve that figure of 1 million acceptance points in 1 year. So bank today has 2 million acceptance. And now target given is very, very clear. In next 3 years, we are looking at acquiring close to 20 million merchants.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. Thank you so much, Ruby, for your time. With this, we come to the end of this episode.